Hi, my name is Donna and I'm from Santa Clarita, California, and I've been doing hair for over 20 plus years. Doing hair is my absolute passion. I love when a client walks through the door and shows me pictures, shares their dreams and inspirations with me, and I'm able to take that inner beauty and transform it into an outward expression. I grew up from the 70s to the 90s, just not feeling exactly pretty. I was inspired by Cyndi Lauper, who was a girl who just wanted to have fun and did so by putting different colors in her hair. Brooke Shields, who was modeling Calvin Klein blue jeans with the perfectly thick shaped eyebrows. I was listening to Kiss, men wearing lipstick and high heels. It was crazy, but I was inspired by that and I wanted to be that. And that is what I want to do. As a Matrix Artist Educator, I want to share all the knowledge that I have learned from Matrix and my education as a cosmetology. I want to share that so people can learn and be inspired and be able to take their clients and transform who their clients are and who they want to be. So when they walk out the door, they look like rock stars, they look like models, they look like movie stars. They feel it, they know it, and they think it. I love learning. I love inspiring. I love teaching. I love creating. I like taking things that people say can't be done and making it possible. That is why I want to be a Matrix Artist Educator. I want to bring something new to the table. I also, personally, want to continue to learn and teach and be inspired and be on top of the latest trends so that when my clients walk through the door at any age, during any era, I can say, I can do this for them. I can know it. I have the confidence that I can transform them. And I can do it without any of these silly filters. Because I truly believe the best creators are those that are authentic. And that's why I always tell my clients, I have a no filter identity. I do things and I don't filter it, mistakes and all. I'm authentic. And I hope you'll allow me to share all of this with others so they can feel beautiful, so they can be inspired, and so they can take the foundation of education that I've received and make it their own. Thank you for your consideration and have a blessed day.
I'm Donna, this is Carson, and today I'm going to share my favorite technique, chunky slicing. I know, flashback, Kelly Clarkson. But with my technique, you will be singing the same tune as Kylie Jenner and Jennifer Lopez. I will be transforming this basic blonde brown weave into a bold statement. We're going to start off with Matrix Lightmaster, and then we're going to include So Color Sinks Pre-Bonded 7 NGA and 9 NGA. This edgy color will bring a fresh, playful look. Okay, now that I've separated out Carson's money piece, I'm going to go and I'm going to mix my products.
Sneak break.
We're going to go ahead and we're going to do 110 ounces of the Lightmaster. It's approximately 2 scoops. And we're gonna go ahead and mix that with 160 ounces of 20 volume developer. I always like to shake my developer just in case things settle, just like I like to mix my bleach before I go and utilize it. I try to measure out all my products just so I can keep some consistency as to how my hair looks, how much product I'm using. It helps in the day-to-day. As you can see, 160. Then I'm going to clear it, and then I mix my bleach with a whisk. I'm going to make sure there's no chunks of bleach, that everything gets well blended, because I don't want anything to prevent me from smooth application on the hair. So now we're gonna mix the 7 NGA and the 9 NGA equal parts with 10 volume. So I'm looking to do 50 ounces of NGA. I'm resetting and doing 50 ounces of the 7 NGA. As you can see, I did 50. Again, shaking my developer, zeroing out, and adding 1 ounce of 10 volume developer. Perfect. And again, I like to use a little whisk. First, I'm going to take a section that's kind of angled just a little bit. My dear friend Robert showed me this. You're going to go through and you're just going to take a little bit of weavy section. You're going to place your foil, and then you're just going to go up on that regrowth. Just tap in there. As you can see, she's really light already here, so I don't want to overlap my bleach. I just want to hit that regrowth. Carson's very good at upkeeping her hair. She's in here every 8 to 12 weeks. I'm then going to turn her, and I'm going to come at another angle, and I'm going to go through, and I'm just going to split that in half. I'm using 2 different color foils. One is silver for my blondes, and the other one is purple, which is going to be for my low lights. And again, I'm just going to touch that growth, attempting not to overlap. These pieces are important because these pieces will actually be pieces that get pulled forward towards her face. Now that I've finished that, I'm going to come in and I'm going to start my highlighting and low lighting. I'm going to grab a nice vertical section and I'm going to make a nice medium chunk of slices. I'm going to take those slices, pin them up, and I'm going to take these smaller slices and I'm going to add some low lights. Again, this is the 7 NGA and the 9 NGA mixed together, and that is going to give me a beautiful 8 NGA. Because I'm using 2 different colors, I will be able to see what foils have which color, so I can keep track of my placement. And as we did this side, we came in angles like this, so now I'm going to go angles this direction. Now you may wonder why I only mixed enough to do the back of Carson's hair. It's because I like to have fresh product. We're working against the processing of the product, so I really like to have fresh product to work with. Even if it means dumping some product, grabbing a new bowl, it'll all be worth it to have the product working fresh. And remember, the reason I'm using the color Sync instead of the So Color is because it's a demi and she has a lot of bleach and other colors on her hair, and I'm seeking to change the tone of the existing browns that are in her hair and low light highlight all the blondes, and you don't want to put a permanent color on top of bleach.
I'm doing equal size sections, about 1/8 of an inch, and then I just counted back like 3. That means I have 3 slices at 8 inch a piece, and I'm just making sure my line is pretty straight and that I don't have any missing hairs. You can really kind of see if you're missing hair when you're doing straight lines. So again, adding my blondes. Keeping those foils nice and flat. Feathering up toward that foil. Trusting that this bleach will not expand. The great thing about slicing is it offers your client not only boldness, but it actually offers them more grow out time. So a lot of people with gray hair love this because they don't feel like they have to come in as often. Also, if you have gray hair and it grows out and you do a blonde chunky, you feel less gray and more platinum, and my clients really enjoy that. And you're using bleach, you have to be careful when you're washing out, especially like in this case, because you don't want any of the product to bleed on your blondes. So like I will individually rinse out each one of these foils. I won't pull the foils off and then rinse. I will individually rinse each foil to make sure that there's no bleeding. Let's do the side now. I'm gonna do vertical panels. I'm gonna do a weave of the low light. So, panel 1. Now weave the other. Okay, so we're going to continue at our vertical slicing. We're going to want to rinse, like I said, each individual foil out from the back, starting to the side and the front. After processing for 15 minutes, we've now rinsed all the foils out of Carson's hair. And we're going to follow up with Matrix Total Results Mega Sleek shampoo and conditioner. I'm using this today to help combat any frizz and humidity. It's also gentle on hair and color safe.
And I must admit, as a client, I love the smell of Matrix.
Now I'm going to apply the Matrix Total Result conditioner to her hair. I'm going to start from the mids to the ends and then work my way up to the top. Now we're going to tone. As you can see, Matrix Classic Light Master has brought Carson's hair up to a beautiful blonde, and the 8NGA is bold. Now we're going to part out her money piece, and I'm going to color that. Matrix So Color Sync Pre-Bonded SPV. It's going to be equal parts with 10 volume. Then I'm going to apply Total Control 11 PV and 988 equal parts to the rest of her hair. I'm really not concerned about overlap between the two toners because it is Matrix and most of their products are interchangeable. Okay, now we're gonna let that process for 20 minutes. So I've finished washing Carson, the toner's been completely removed, and now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut and style her hair. So first I want to use the Matrix Mega Sleek Blowdown. I like to use this because again, it helps fight frizz and humidity, and it also helps protect hair against heat damage up to 450. With a blow dry cream in Carson's hair,
And I've combed it through. Now I'm gonna section off her hair and prepare her for hair. I'm gonna start at the back. As you can see, Carson already knows that she needs to tilt down. The reason I have my clients tilt their head down as I'm cutting around the back is to provide a nice, clean, straight undercut on their hair. You want to make sure when you're cutting hair that you comb through each section, that after you've created that line, you continue to cut that line. Rule of thumb is never cutting past your second knuckle. And section out her curtain bangs. As you can see, nice C shape, framing her face. Now I'll part her hair down the middle because this is the direction in which she wears her hair. If I have clients that wear their hair off to the side, then I will actually leave the curtain bangs out and I will part the hair according to their part and then do the cut. We're gonna give her some nice, long, over-directed layers. So I'm gonna come from the top. I'm gonna take an oval section just out of the top of the crown area. The guide I already created on her curtain bangs and her C shape, I'm gonna over direct and I'm gonna just trim down. I'm gonna section out about 1 inch of all her hair. This allows me to leave that exterior cut, C shape on her face, but take out some of that weight on the top. And also, since she wants longer layers, it allows me to have like a guide of where to take her layers from the back. And when I'm parting just behind the ear. And I'm going to take the hair, I'm going to go down the middle. I'm going to direct this hair all the way down. And then I'm going to angle my cut. Then I'm going to come a little bit higher. Again, combing out that hair, following right where that last angle was, and trimming again. Come up a little bit higher, go right where that piece, pull that. Then I'm going to over direct all the way and take the little spot off that's left. I'm going to take another section right to the left of it, following the same guide I just created in the middle. Yes, I've been asked if you can point cut and do this. You can. I tend to do it with people who have very stick straight hair. That way I don't leave any blunt lines. Now I go down the center of the back of the head. I kind of pull all this hair forward. Now we're gonna blow dry. See how that works. I love my bio-ionic hair dryer. It's the best.
She looks so good.
So as you can see, the chunk style adds a little bit of boldness, playfulness, while still showing off a lot of shine, a lot of color, keeping her primarily blonde. As you can see, that SPV really opened up a money piece, so when she wears her hair back, she can bring on her own personal Khaleesi. And then she can drop it down and just shake her head and go wild. So now I'm going to show you what it looks like when it's curled. I'm going to actually pin up right above the ears.
Those fresh layers make it a little difficult.
Right? Fresh layers. I'm going to start right at the face. I'm going to go to the middle. I'm going to work my way up just a little bit and then bring it down. I'm taking about 1/2 inch sections and I'm only curling through the middle to the end. Next section down. Again, just middle, end.
I'm basically a rock star's girlfriend.
I'm going to spray a little Matrix Vavoom Triple Freeze. Break up some curls. Bring back her bangs. Add a little bit more for hold. I'm going to send her home with some Matrix Refresh Dry Shampoo so she won't have to worry about her hair for a couple of days.
So beautiful, I love it.
Again, bold, medium, chunky slices. So thanks again for visiting. I'm Donna, and thanks to Matrix, this is my no filter identity.